For many viewers, Pickle Wheat became one of the most recognizable personalities connected to modern swamp culture. She represented a younger generation carrying forward traditions that had been protected by families for decades. Her confidence, knowledge of outdoor life, and honest personality helped her stand apart from many experienced people around her. What made Pickle different was not just her ability to handle demanding situations, but the fact that she represented a lifestyle she had genuinely lived long before cameras arrived. Over time, audiences became interested not only in her work but also in the person behind the public image. After years of regular appearances, fans began noticing that she was less visible than before, creating questions about what direction her life had taken. Whether she was focusing on personal goals, family, or simply enjoying more privacy, her journey continued to attract attention. A childhood built around tradition. The story of Pickle Wheat begins far away from television studios and public attention. Born Cheyenne Nicole Wheat in Louisiana, she grew up in an environment where waterways, wildlife, and outdoor traditions were part of everyday life. Unlike people who enter television hoping to create a new identity, Pickle already had a strong connection to the world she later shared with audiences. Her childhood was shaped by the lessons of the swamp, where patience, awareness, and respect for nature were important values. From an early age, she learned that outdoor skills were not simply hobbies but part of a family tradition. The environment around her helped develop independence and confidence, qualities that later became important when she stepped into the public eye. Learning from family and the land family played one of the biggest roles in shaping Pickle's personality and skills. Her father, Eddie Wheat, introduced her to the responsibilities that came with outdoor work and helped her understand the discipline required in challenging environments. Growing up, Pickle learned how to move through waterways, recognize changes in the environment, and understand the importance of preparation. These lessons were not learned for entertainment or attention, they were part of everyday life. The knowledge passed down through her family connected her to previous generations who depended on these traditions. For Pickle, the swamp represented more than a workplace. It represented history, family memories, and a connection to a community that valued experience and respect for nature. The meaning behind the name Pickle. The nickname, Pickle, became a defining part of her identity, but its origin was much simpler than many people might expect. It came from a playful family connection to her middle name, Nicole. Over time, the nickname stayed with her and became something people close to her naturally used. Eventually, it became the name recognized by audiences everywhere. The name matched the personality viewers came to appreciate, someone who was approachable, energetic, and comfortable being herself. Rather than creating a carefully designed public image, Pickle brought the same personality she had always shown around family and friends. That authenticity became one of the reasons people connected with her story. Before fame, the person behind the camera. Before becoming a familiar face on television, Pickle lived a much quieter life. She was not someone who spent years preparing for fame or building a public persona. Instead, she was known as a hard-working person who valued practical skills and independence. Those who knew her recognized her willingness to take on responsibilities and stay focused, even during difficult situations. Life in Louisiana naturally taught her qualities such as patience, adaptability, and problem-solving. These characteristics later helped her adjust to the demands of television. While viewers saw confidence on screen, that confidence came from years of real experiences rather than something created for entertainment. Entering the television world, when Pickle Wheat appeared on television, she brought a fresh perspective to a familiar environment. She represented a younger voice within a traditional community and showed audiences a side of swamp culture that many people had never experienced. Her presence added a different energy because she was not simply learning about the lifestyle for a program, she was sharing something that had already been part of her life. Viewers quickly noticed her natural approach and her ability to remain calm under pressure. Instead of trying to create dramatic moments, Pickle allowed her personality and work ethic to speak for themselves. This genuine approach helped her build a strong connection with audiences. Why audiences connected with Pickle? One of the biggest reasons people responded positively to Pickle was her authenticity. Many viewers appreciated that she appeared comfortable being herself, rather than trying to act like someone else. Her personality combined confidence with humility, allowing people to see both her determination and her willingness to learn. She respected the experience of those around her, while also bringing her own ideas and energy. Her teamwork with other members of the outdoor community showed the importance of cooperation and shared knowledge. For many fans, her story was not only about the challenges of outdoor work but also about friendship, family values, and carrying traditions into the future. Protecting heritage while creating change. Picklewheat's journey represented something larger than television. She became an example of how traditional lifestyles can continue evolving while still respecting their roots. Many communities struggle with keeping older traditions alive in a changing world, and Pickle's story showed how younger generations can help preserve that connection. She introduced viewers to a culture built around family, responsibility, and respect for the environment. Her popularity helped bring attention to a way of life that many people outside the region rarely see. Through her experiences, audiences were able to understand that these traditions are not only about work but also about identity and belonging. Life away from the spotlight. Although many people recognize Pickle from television, there is much more to her life beyond what audiences see. Like many public figures, she has had to balance recognition with personal privacy. Over time, she shared parts of her life outside of work, giving people a better understanding of her as an individual. Behind the public image is someone with personal goals, relationships, and responsibilities that do not always appear on screen. When appearances become less frequent, it does not always mean something negative has happened. Sometimes people simply choose to focus on different priorities, spend more time with family, or explore new opportunities away from constant attention. The lasting impact of Picklewheat's journey. From a young girl growing up in Louisiana to a recognized television personality, Picklewheat's journey has been unique. Her story is not only about fame or appearances, but about the values that shaped her along the way. She represents family tradition, determination, and the importance of staying connected to personal roots. Whether she is in front of cameras or enjoying life away from them, the experiences that built her character remain a major part of who she is. Pickle's journey reminds audiences that behind every public figure is a personal story filled with lessons, challenges, and choices. More than anything, her story is about carrying forward the traditions that define where you come from while creating your own path for the future.